So this is a Swift Freestyle S2, just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van you've got your hitch, jockey wheel and handbrake. We'll demonstrate to you this while you're here on site. Front locker, you've got your 2 gas bottle tie downs, and you'll have maximum of 2 6kg propane gas bottles and your gas regulator on the bulkhead. Pipe work is available here on site if you need one. Side of the van, you've got your gas flue on the side of the caravan, and that is for essentially the heating hot water systems. You've got your wind down leg on either side at the front to stabilise the caravan. They are only there to stabilise the caravan. You'd never lift the caravan with these legs, that could potentially damage the floor of the caravan. Connection for the water connection for the side of the van, very simple to use. You pull back the blue trigger and push it in and lock the pump in place. You've then got your pump or pickup pipe that drops down inside the act roll itself. Battery box, fairly self-explanatory. 2 terminals on top, 12mm spanner if you ever need to remove them. And you've got your mains power lead coming into the side of the van, and you've got your motor mover power switch behind there that we'll also demonstrate to you while you're here. 2 fridge vents on the side of the caravan, essentially there to let hot air out the back of the fridge unit and to take some cool air in, and behind one of those is also a gas flue for the gas system itself, or for the gas fridge system. You've then got your motor mover and wheel nuts. The motor mover we'll demonstrate while you're here on site, and we'll also torque the wheel nuts to the correct torque setting so you can see while you're here on site, so you can see they've been done correctly. 2 grey waste pipes coming out the side of the van is where your waste water comes out. Fresh water goes in the front, grey waste comes out the side. Then got your toilet flush tank that takes 3.5 litres of water and a cap full of the pink fluid. And in the bottom you have your toilet waste cassette, which you release by pulling up the orange handle and pulling the cassette towards you. The neck here turns out so you can tip the waste away, and there's an orange pressure relief button on the back of the cassette so you can press that in when you're tipping the waste away so it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. You'll need to put 1 litre of water in there and a cap full of the blue fluid prior to use. On the back of the van you've got your wind down legs to stabilise the caravan again, and like I said, they'd only be used for stabilising and not lifting the caravan. Then you have your 3-pin socket on the side of the van, so you can run power out to your awning, locker for storing any accessories underneath the front seating area, and your barbecue gas point and your wind down leg. Above the door as you come in, you've got your main control panel, so you've got power on. You've got indicators to let you know you've got power coming from the power post to the caravan, and if you're connected to the car and you have power coming to the caravan, it'll illuminate orange on the car and green on the caravan. Demonstrate the water system to you now. So underneath the front seat on the right hand side, you'll actually notice you've got a water tank underneath here for the water system, and next to it you will have a yellow drain down valve. Now that yellow drain down valve needs to be parallel with the floor before you fill the water system up on board the van. If that valve is upright, pointing towards the bottom of the seat, the water that you put into the caravan will drain straight back out and onto the floor underneath the van. So parallel with the floor before you fill the water system. With that valve parallel with the floor, you'll then be able to fill the water system up. So you'll come over to each tap on board the caravan, open them all up on the hot side, and then once the taps are open on the hot side, so you'll open the kitchen sink, the bathroom sink and the shower as well. You'll then come over to the control panel above the door and turn on the water pump. With the water pump turned on, it will start drawing water up from the aqua roll on the outside of the van, and eventually it will take a good few minutes to fill the system. However, once you've got water through it, it will eventually start coming out of the taps and running continuously like it is now. To start with, it'll act a bit like when the water's been off at home, where it spits and splatters slightly as it comes through. Then it'll get rid of the air and it'll draw the water through. Once all of the taps have water running out of them continuously, you'll shut all the taps off, and then you'll be able to start warming the water on board the caravan. So control panel above the door. The first option you come to is your room temperature. So that's just here with the flashing caravan symbol or motorhome symbol. Press the button in, and then you'll be able to spin the dial in the center to select the room temperature of the caravan. So for instance, 20 degrees. Press the central button and that will set the internal temperature of the caravan. I'm going to turn that off for now, it's a bit warm today. Next one across is your water temperature. So you'll press the button again You've got Eco, which is around 30 degrees of water temperature, Hot, which is around 50, and Boost for when you're showering on board the van. So depending on what setting you want to set it to, so for instance Boost, again you'll press the central button and it'll come up at the top that it is boosting on the hot water system. To select what power source you're going to use for controlling the heating and hot water, you've got an icon there with the flashing lightning bolts and the gas bottle. You'll press the button in. You've got gas on its own for the heating and hot water power source. Mix 1, which is 1000 watts of power and gas at the same time. Mix 2, which is gas and 2000 watts of power at the same time. Electric 1, 1000 watts of power on its own. And electric 2, 2000 watts of power on its own. Here on site, we're going to run on electric 1, which is 1000 watts of power. We're going to spin the dial to the right, and then you have your fan speed option. So you press the button. Oh, let me turn the heating on first. Select the heating. So then you've got Eco or High for your fan speed. We're going to set it to High, and that essentially will turn the blown air heating on so the heat comes out the vents around the caravan in different locations. Down the bottom of this screen, when it clears up, I do apologise, you have some other options as well. You have a timer for your heating and hot water, which we advise you read the manual for, clock for the control panel, and some advanced settings on the right hand side, which are more for the engineers, so you shouldn't ever need to worry about those. So that is your heating and hot water control panel. When you are obviously done with the water system and you're packing up and ready to go home, you'll open all the taps up in the central position, the same as the yellow valve underneath the seat, and drain all of the water off the system on board the caravan so it cannot freeze inside the water system, which could potentially cause cracking to the hot water tank and the taps, etc. Next up, we're going to go to the fridge. On the fridge, you have power on and off on the left hand side, so I'm just going to turn it off, turn the fridge back on. At the moment, we're connected to mains power, so it's already realised that, and it's gone straight to the mains option for the power source. Press and hold the grey button, and the icon there will start flashing. Once you have that flashing, you can select gas as a power source, or the 12 volt mode for when you're towing, so the fridge works as a cool box. The 12 volt mode will only work when you connect it to the car, and then when you have the right connections on the back of your car. Gas option, very simple to do. You select, press and hold the grey button again, let the icons flash, go across to the gas symbol. As long as the gas bottle's on, press the grey button, select your temperature, as you can see for the fridge, set the grey button, hit the grey button again, and the fridge will start cooling down at the desired temperature of what you've asked it to do. So that's the fridge. You turn the fridge back off again, obviously you press and hold the power button, and the fridge will go off. I do apologise, the camera's not very clearing up very quickly today. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Oven, hob and grill all work off the gas supply in the front of the caravan, so again you'd need to have the gas turned on, and then that would allow gas through into the caravan. Microwave, again, very simple to use, works pretty much the same as your household appliances. Last thing we're going to go through on the caravan is the toilet system in the bathroom. Electric flush on the toilet. Toilet full indicator light, so that the toilet light will illuminate red when the toilet waste cassette is full. The toilet seat itself turns for your convenience, however when you're removing the cassette from underneath the caravan you need to make sure that toilet is pointing straight. So literally you turn the seat round from the position it's in now to straight, and that will allow you to remove the cassette from underneath the van. There's actually two lockout tabs on the bottom of the cassette, hence why when it's turned it won't allow you to pull it out. On the bottom of the toilet you have the grey waste handle. Open the waste handle up and the waste will go into the cassette under the van. When you're not using the loo, have it in the closed position, and that will stop any smells coming back up inside the van. So this is the Swift Freestyle S2. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'd be more than happy to help. We appreciate the business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon when you collect your caravan. Thank you for now. Bye bye.